Rowan here, and welcome to another video. Today I am doing my March TBR. There are some very exciting books coming out this month that I'm really hoping to get my hands on, as well as some last month that I didn't actually get around to reading, and then just some books out of my TBR pile that I have been really wanting to read that hopefully I will get to this month. So to start with, I have the two books that my Goodreads group is doing for their read-alongs this month. The first one is A Prisoner of Night and Fog by Anne Blakeman. I was going to read this book last month, but I knew it was in the running for my Goodreads group to be read this month, so I waited and I was right. So hopefully I will be reading this month. The next book we will be reading is Of Beast and Beauty by Stacey J. I got this one from Book Outlet and I've really been wanting to read it. I love fairy tale retellings, and Beauty and the Beast is one of my all-time favorites, so hopefully I really like this one. My fingers are crossed. The next book I'm hoping to read is one I actually got from the library that came out last month, and that is The Sin Eater's Daughter by Melinda Salisbury. This book is about a girl who, if she touches anybody, she will kill them. So it sounds kind of like Shatter Me, but I didn't particularly like Shatter Me, so hopefully this one will do it better. And it sounds like there's going to be romance, but I really hope it focuses instead on her and her having to deal with her powers and coming to terms with what she can do or discovering what she can do. You know, I don't want it to just focus on romance. I haven't heard much about this book yet. It came out last month, I think towards the end of the month, so maybe people just haven't read it yet. The next book that I'm hoping to read, but I'm a little intimidated by, is Dragonfly and Amber by Diana Gabaldon. I read Outlander last month and I loved it so much. I know everybody's already on the Outlander craze and I'm definitely behind, but it was so fantastic. I'm really nervous to start this book. For one, it's huge. Second, I kind of had this book spoiled for me a little bit, and certain things are going to happen in this book that I am really nervous to read about. So I'm not sure if I'm going to read this month. I think it depends on whether I feel emotionally up for it, because these books are emotional. Outlander wrecked me. I mean, I was just a big baby sobbing mess forever. So this one's all up to whether I've got the guts for it or not. The next book I'm going to read is The Unbound by Victoria Schwab. This is the sequel to The Archived, which I read last month and absolutely loved. Last month was like a Victoria Schwab for the win month. I loved The Archived, I read A Darker Shade of Magic, which was so good, and I loved them all. So this one will probably be the first book I read this month, because I'm really itching to start it. Another book I'm hoping to read this month is Half-Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've been kind of in a Jennifer L. Armentrout phase lately, and this, I think, is the only like young adult series of hers I haven't started yet. I could be wrong. She's written so many books and she's got her alias, whatever you want to call it, that she writes under too. So I've heard good things about this series actually. I remember I got this book like years ago and just never read it. So I reordered it from the library and hopefully it will be fantastic. It looks good. It sounds interesting, and I know that there's going to be a romance I will like. So something else I really want to read this month is Saga by Brian K. Vaughan. I have heard fantastic things about this graphic novel series, and I got the first one, obviously, from the library. I've been reading Fables, and I am in love with Fables, so I've been really looking for other graphic novels because Fables are the only I've ever read. So I got this, and I kind of flipped through it, and it looks awesome. It looks so cool. There is some adult themes in this. I saw somebody's head getting crushed, as well as some sex stuff. So just warning, if you decide to check this out, it definitely has some adult stuff in it. I cannot wait to read this, and I ordered the rest from the library because I am pretty much positive I'm going to love it. Another book I'm really hoping I get to this month is Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I got this from Book Outlet during the President's Day sale, and I am so excited. I've been meaning to read this book forever. I keep ordering it from the library only to not get around to it. So now I actually own it, I have it, and I want to read it so bad. I also this month would really like to read Endless Night by Kresley Cole. This is the sequel to Poison Princess. I read Poison Princess I think I read it in January, and I loved it, and I meant to read this book last month. I just didn't have time for it. So I really want to read this while Poison Princess is fresh in my mind, and then I can move on to the third book, Dead of Winter, I think. Holy cow, that might really be wrong. Sorry if that's wrong, but I feel like that's the name of the third book. So hopefully I will have time for this one this month. So along with those books I want to read this month, there are also a few new releases coming out that I'm really hoping to get my hands on. One of the main ones being The Winter's Crime by Marie Rukowski. This is the second book in a series, the first one being The Winter's Curse. I read The Winter's Curse a few months ago and absolutely loved it. It was so good. Another book I'm hoping to get my hands on is Vision in Silver by Anne Bishop. This is the third book to, I think it's called the Other series, but the first one is Written in Red, and this is another series I absolutely love. It is one of my favorite urban fantasy series, like, ever. So good. If you guys like urban fantasy or paranormal fantasy or just about anything, this book series is so amazing. And the last book that's coming out this month that I'm really hoping to get my hands on is Shadow Scale by Rachel Hartman. This is the sequel to Serafina. I really enjoyed Serafina. I didn't absolutely love it, but I'm really excited to see where the second book goes. I think I'll like the second book a lot more than the first, so I really want to read it. Also, for those of you that don't know, I absolutely adore, beyond like everything, dragons. I love dragons, and this series is about a twist on dragons that I have never really read about before, and I really enjoyed it, so I hope the second book is fantastic. Alright you guys, those are all the books that I am hoping to get to this month. Let me know if you guys have read any of them and if they're actually worth reading. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.